Woman flees from scene after getting hit by a vehicle. City of St. George celebrates a construction milestone for new City Hall. And your daily weather forecast coming up with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. A woman was struck by a vehicle's side mirror while running in the middle of State Route 7 near mile marker 2 in St. George on Sunday night, then fled the scene. Here's Nick Fiala for more on the incident.
A driver called the police to State Road 7 Sunday night after their vehicle's mirror struck a female pedestrian who was reportedly running in the middle of the roadway. St. George Police Sergeant Joe Watson said the woman failed to cooperate with officers after the incident.
It was a pedestrian on the roadway. She got struck by this vehicle here walking down SR7 and failed to cooperate with our investigation, so she's going to jail on numerous charges with UHP.
State Trooper Taj Eldredge of the Utah Highway Department specified that the woman will be cited on at least 3 charges after her condition is evaluated at a local hospital. He added that he did not believe drugs or alcohol were involved.
Oh, she didn't identify herself, and she also didn't follow police commands, and then she's walking in the highway. So I don't suspect she's intoxicated. I think there's other underlying issues.
There were no other injuries, and the driver and police both left the scene soon afterwards.
Thanks, Nick. The construction of St. George's new City Hall reached a milestone Friday with a ceremonial topping out as the final beam was set in place, complete with signatures from city officials and stakeholders. For more on the project's progress and what's next for the city, here's Maury Kessler.
The city of St. George celebrated a milestone in the construction of its new City Hall on Friday, with the ceremonial topping out event where the final beam, signed by officials and stakeholders, was placed on the building's steel frame, marking the completion of that phase in the construction. The new City Hall, located on Main Street across from the town square, is scheduled to open in October 2025 and replace the current City Hall building, which was built in 1980. While on site to participate in the topping out ceremony, St. George Mayor Michelle Randall shared more details about the new City Hall.
This City Hall, we're so excited. It's supposed to be finished in October of next year. The current City Hall we're in was built in 1980, and it's about 34,000 square feet. This one will be it'll be double in size, 70,000 square feet. Last night at City Council meeting, if anybody watched or was there, we had standing room only. There's 150 seats in our City Council chambers. This one will have 300. It'll have some civic space, and we're just really excited to get in a new building. We hope this building stands for many, many generations to come.
As for the old City Hall, it will become a part of the St. George Police Department once the new one is completed and occupied. The topping out ceremony is believed to have its origins in ancient Scandinavian and Native American practices and has become a common tradition in the construction industry.
Thanks, Maury. Now we'll take a look at your daily weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. In St. George, it's currently a sunny 48 degrees. Tonight, temperatures will drop to a brisk 25, so be ready for a cold night. Tomorrow, the sunshine continues with a high of 48 and a chilly low of 23. Over in Mesquite, it's a warmer 56 degrees under clear skies. Tonight, expect a low of 32 degrees, and tomorrow will bring similar conditions with a high of 57 and a low of 30. Up in Cedar City, things are much colder. Right now, it's 30 degrees and mostly cloudy. Tonight, temperatures will fall sharply to 14 degrees, and tomorrow's high will only reach 39 before dropping down to 19 degrees overnight. From Canyon View's dominance over Cedar in basketball rivalry matchups to Southern Utah athletes signing their way to collegiate success, it's been an exciting week in local sports. Here's Aaron Crane for your local sports update, brought to you by Stephen Wade Auto Center.
Thanks, Monica. This past week in sports, Southern Utah High Schools celebrated National Signing Day in style last week, with standout athletes committing to play at the next level. Snow Canyon honored soccer stars Macy Hoskins and Sydney Croughton, who are joining Colorado Northwestern Community College. Dixie's Rand Sawyer, All-Region 9 offensive MVP, is taking his skills to Southern Utah University, where he plans to start as a freshman running back. The Canyon View Falcons claimed back-to-back wins over the Cedar Reds in this week's rivalry matchups. On Monday, the Falcon girls surged in the second half to secure a 55-39 victory led by Emery Miles with 17 points. Tuesday night, the Canyon View boys dominated from the start, defeating Cedar 63-32 with standout Ty Addick dropping 22 points. Now back to you, Monica.
St. George honored the anniversary of Pearl Harbor on Saturday with a wreath-laying ceremony at Tonnequint Cemetery, remembering those who served and sacrificed on December 7th, 1941. Here's Eric George Gould for more on the event.
The American Legion and other veterans service organizations laid a wreath at Tonnequint Cemetery Saturday morning in a memorial service commemorating the 83rd anniversary of the bombing at Pearl Harbor. U.S. Army veteran Terry Dunn set the wreath, along with the Dixie High School Junior ROTC. Valerie King, from the Color Country chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, spoke at the ceremony.
We also give thanks, Father, for those who survived the attack, who went on with their lives in a way that portrayed honor and conviction to a world that was watching. Their bravery, commitment, and courage carried on, despite the haunting memories of what they saw, what they heard, and what they felt.
Thanks, Eric. The Coney Coins for Kids Drive is once again rallying community support to bring holiday cheer to over 500 families in Washington County. For more on how this long-standing tradition continues to make an impact, we'll go to Haven Scott.
It is once again the time for shopping, wrapping, and giving. And for many volunteers, they will never see the recipient open the present. Coney Coins for Kids President and CEO Carl Lamar spoke to St. George News about the 1 year the shopping was canceled, an upsetting time for many.
The community involvement, I think, is primary in this area because we found out that during COVID, we still did it 1 year during COVID, but we let the families themselves do the shopping for their own children. So we didn't have any shoppers there from the public. We didn't have any wrappers. We didn't have any Santas. And the people that normally would participate were so upset. They missed it so bad that we thought we could never get rid of the shopping, wrapping, and delivery. Even though it'd be easier on us, we decided let's just continue to have the public help us out. So basically we asked the public to help us out on shopping night, which this year will be December 16th at the Bloomington Walmart.
99.9 Coney Country morning show host Amy Chesley said the nonprofit fundraiser never gets old.
Coney Coins for Kids is my favorite time of the year. We give back to the community in more ways than one. We allow the opportunity to have you, as our listeners, join in and help us provide Christmas for so many kids every single year. We've been doing this for over 30 years. And again, it takes all of us out there to put this together. There's a lot of people behind the scenes, and they provide Christmas for so many kids in Southern Utah that otherwise would go without Christmas.
As far as how one can help, be ready to shop at Walmart.
They just show up at the Bloomington Walmart Monday night, December 16th. You don't even have to sign up. You just show up with your family, your group, your church leaders, whoever you want to bring. I bring my kids down every single year. It's just a great service project. And yeah, you just show up to the Bloomington Walmart and we give you a list and you start shopping.
These days, Lamar is usually stuck in the office chasing down changed addresses on delivery day. But in the end, the event has always been worth it.
And I'll tell you what, I'm such a big crybaby. To see the look on the children's faces and to see the parents shed tears, it gets me too. So it's a great program.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.